Alright, what's going on, y'all? It's A1 Andre coming back with another video today. Now today in this video, as you saw in the title, I'm telling you guys, or showing you guys I should say, my season 4 guard build that I made for 2K22. And I'm gonna say right now that if you haven't already known, or if you haven't known about the whole metric system thing and the whole, Imperial system, going over to your actual features and then sliding over to settings and then going down to where it says Imperial metric. Wait, did I go too far? I did. By default, it's gonna be set on Imperial, so just change it to metric and you should be good to go. And having it to Imperial over metric is gonna cause you to have better attributes when making your build, so that's the reason you're going from Imperial to metric, so just thought I'd let y'all know. Alright, now for this build, usually I make a point guard build, but this time we're going with shooting guard. Handedness does not matter at all. Also, jersey number does not matter as well, so I'm gonna just pick a random jersey number. I'm gonna pick number, I don't know, 10. Now the pie chart that we're going with today in this video is the pie chart that is the third one down from the beginning, which is the actual finishing, shooting, primary. So it's the third pie chart down, this one right here that I have highlighted. So you click this one, speed. I go with max speed because that's how you make this build. Speed is so important in any 2K game, especially this one right here for this build right here. So anyway, now we start off with the actual close shot and attributes with the finishing. So for finishing, you're gonna start off with your close shot at 83. Driving layup's gonna be maxed out and driving dunk's gonna be maxed out as well. So with that, you should have 83 close shot, 91 driving layup, and 81 dunk. And that's gonna give you 13 finishing badges. And finishing badges is only mattering when it comes to dunking. You know what I'm saying? Dunking is important. But anyway, moving on to shooting, mid-range shot maxed out, 3-point shot is also maxed out. And I know a lot of you watching would think that your free throw would be next to maxed out, but it's actually not, because free throws cost more points in this build rather than your actual post fade. So you're maxing out post fade and putting free throw to 60. That should give you 17 shooting badges. You're gonna see what I'm talking about in a little bit. This build's gonna come together real well. Just watch, just wait on it. But anyway, yeah, your post fade, maxed it out. That should be like an 87, free throw 60. Moving on down to your playmaking, you're gonna actually max out your pass accuracy, max out your ball handle as well, and put your post control to a 47. A 47 should give you 164 points left. Just follow on screen right now. Just follow what I'm doing on screen. But anyway, that's it for your playmaking attributes and badges and all that stuff. So last but not least, we're moving on down to defensive badges and attributes. So for your defensive, max out your perimeter defense, max out lateral quickness, max out your steal. Well, me personally, I put my block to a 50. You don't have to put it exactly to a 50 if you don't want to. Just as long as you get those badges and get enough badge points to where you can have, 7 defensive badges, because 7 defensive badges is what we're trying to get to. So you can put it on block at 49 or 51. It's up to you. Then last but not least, defensive rebounding, because it matters the most. It matters more than offensive rebounding. So defensive rebounding, I chose to max it out and I chose to put 50, but you put like probably 63 at defensive rebounding and I think 51 at block. I don't know, it don't matter. Just copy what I'm doing on screen. Just copy what I'm doing on screen. You know what I'm saying? Just copy if you're not sure. Last but not least, that's gonna leave us with either 0 or 1 attribute points left. Doesn't really matter. You can't really add any extra badges anywhere else, I don't think, if you just try to play around with it. So as you see right now on screen, I'm trying to play around with it to make sure. So yeah, 13 finishing, 17 shooting, 15 playmaking, and then 7 defensive. Now moving on, I chose build, doesn't really matter like that, but for height, this does matter. You're going to want to go up to 1.99 meters in your height, which I believe is 6'6", and for weight, you're dropping your weight all the way down to 81 kilograms. I believe it's kilograms, so with the metric system. Anyway, wingspan, I'm putting my wingspan to 203 centimeters. As you can see, it adds a little bit to our shooting when it comes to mid-range and 3-point shooting. So, shooting is very important. That's why I chose that. And last but not least, I take over. Now for takeover, this is how I do it. This is the way I go about it. So when I make my builds and I get to my takeover to where I choose it at, I think about, okay, I got my playmaking and I got my defensive, I got my shooting, then I got my finishing. And I look at how many badges I have and look at where my weak points is. So according to my build, the weakest area would probably be the playmaking, because I get 15 playmaking badges, and it's also defensive because I only get 7 defensive badges. Now you would probably say, well, you get 13 finishing badges, but with finishing don't really matter like that when it comes to badges in this game, in my opinion. So the most important thing, really the reason why I have 13 finishing badges is for, helping me dunk. It's for, limitless takeoff as well as contact finisher. That's really the most important thing with finishing badges, to be honest with y'all. So, I don't really need that. But for shooting, I have 17 shooting badges. That's where I'm strongest at. So I don't need, shot create and take. I also don't need spot up take, because again, I have 17 shooting badges. What's the point in that? That's just my opinion though. You don't have to do it if you don't want to, but that's just what I chose. So I'm choosing playmaking take, and after I choose playmaking take, and as you can see, when I choose play take, I've actually made a well-rounded guard. Now this sounds like a name that's kind of weird at first, But then when you see my shades that I compared to, I'm compared to Bradley Beal, Tracy McGrady, and Devin Booker, who are all legends. So that's what I made for this build, y'all. I'm telling you guys right now, this build is it. So after this, I'm actually gonna go into my actual test build and see what my badge is looking like, so I can, change my badges around. All right, now this is just a test. I'm not really trying to, go in depth with what I'm doing with my finishing badges, but I'm gonna say right now that in my opinion, the badges I'm putting on is what's most important, because really with your finishing badges, the most important things in my opinion is Acrobat, Limitless Takeoff, and probably Fearless Finisher and Giant Slayer, like I said before. So, well, I don't think I said all that before, but you get the point. So what I'm putting on my finishing is probably what's most important for guards in this game, in my opinion, and probably also posterizer, because you can see I'm putting on posterizer right here. So yeah, that's it for finishing. Moving on to shooting, I'm putting on blinders, and I'm putting on catch and shoot, putting on hot zone hunter, put on sniper, stop and pop silver, volume shooter gold, dead-eye bronze. I don't take a lot of contested shots and all that stuff. I don't think it's smart, but that's what I just got on for my shooting. Moving on, playmaking, I got ankle braces on bronze, bailout bronze. These is very universal essential badges. If you don't know what universal badges means, watch my other videos, which is my best badge setup videos. But anyway, like I said, quick chain gold, quick first step gold, tight handles gold, unpluckable universal bronze, hyperdrive gold, and I think that's all I got for playmaking. Moving on down, we're gonna move on to last but not least, which is actually the defensive badges. For defensive badges, I got ankle braces bronze, callous defender bronze, pickpocket bronze, intimidator, which should be on silver, and I believe I have clamps on silver as well, or I have clamps bronze and I have interceptor on bronze also, because for me, I feel like clamps on either silver with no interceptor with 7 badges, or interceptor on bronze with clamps on bronze is the best way to go for your guard build with 7 badges. And the reason why I actually have interceptor on bronze instead of not having it on at all is because of the fact that with the recent update that came out with the patch and all that stuff for season 4, you have to push the 3 button or the steal button on your controller to get steals, to get interceptions and all that stuff now. Before, you could just get interceptions without pressing anything, but now you gotta press a button. For teams, I went anywhere, and yeah, that's just what I did. But anyway, y'all, that's gonna do it for this video. So if you learned something new or like this build, let me know in the comment section if this build is a L or a W. Let me know if this build is pushing peak. I feel like it is. Let me stop. Nah, but on the real though, that's gonna do it for this build. I just want to show y'all my season 4 build and what I made and all that stuff, so y'all can make this build for yourself, because I promise y'all this build hit different. I'm sitting here bricking and not playing good, because I'm sitting here talking right now, so I'm not really paying attention. But I promise y'all, like I said, this build works. But yeah, with that being said, y'all, I appreciate y'all for watching. Subscribe if you're brand new and all that stuff. Oh, and by the way, also subscribe and check out to my other channel, because today I just dropped another video on my other channel called Dre Plays, which is a Mortal Kombat rain video. I worked really hard on that video, so if you care about Mortal Kombat or fighting games and stuff other than 2K, then check that video out, because I worked hard on that video. So just check it out and all that good stuff. Check out that channel, Dre Plays. It's actually under my channels tab, so go on my channel and go over to channels, and then it should be Dre Plays under my channels tab. So you just check out that video, and also check out other videos on that channel as well to this one. So anyway, y'all, once again, I appreciate y'all for watching. Stay tuned for my next video tomorrow. And until next time, I'm going to catch you guys in the next one. And I'm out. Peace.